Nobody knows that I do this.
If you don't get clients, you don't get paid. You go home like empty.
Some clients are more loyal to the ladies that work here than their wife.
My boyfriend, he knows.
And he's okay with it?
So.
Los precios van desde los 5 euros hasta los 20 euros.
At night, it's more dangerous. We're not sure that filming down there is going to be a good idea at this point.
It's clearly not a very nice place to be and it's very obviously not safe. I've arrived in Barcelona to look at how Spain is managing its illegal sex trade. That is because, while it's not criminalised, it isn't fully enshrined in law as a legal working profession. Since Amsterdam told Brits to get out of their red light district, we know that many British sex stories have been looking for other destinations. And now we're looking at Spain and how they manage it from the luxury brothels where the girls are earning a lot of money through to the darker side of the trade where women are being forced to sell their bodies by criminal gangs who are using coercion and violence as a means to control them. Hello!
Hello, how are you?
Good, how
Welcome
are
to
you?
La Suite. You can enter.
Can we have a look around?
For sure.
I've come to visit La Suite, an 8-room luxury brothel which caters for singles and even group sex. At any one time, there are 20 girls available. Most are from South and Central America. After long negotiations, bordello manager Sofia has agreed to give me a tour. Are you one of the bigger establishments in Barcelona?
I think we are. I actually don't know other ones. It's my first time working in a place like this, but I think we are the bigger one. If not the bigger, the more professional for sure. The ladies says it, not me.
And are the girls happy doing the work they do?
They choose to make it. Here, they don't have schedules. They don't have like an obligation time to come. They simply come in the time they want, for the time they want. So if they are here, yes.
No tengo años, tengo un propósito, o sea, tengo una meta de un propósito de dinero. Y una vez cumpla esa meta, quiero ya retirarme de esto y poder tener un trabajo ya normal, una vida normal.
Are the girls friendly with each other or is there competition for clients?
Son amigables. Acá no hay competencia porque cada quien tiene su estereotipo y para cada cliente hay diferentes estereotipos. Así que puede un cliente que le guste una chica delgada como una operada o como le guste una gordita, o sea, para todas hay trabajo. Encuentro diferentes nacionalidades, hay tanto ingleses, hay asiáticos, hay ucranianos, o sea, hay diferentes nacionalidades, no hay una sola nacionalidad, como también hay españoles. Uf, un montón, yo ya he atendido muchísimos ingleses. Los ingleses son los que más propinas dan, a mi parecer.
You can enter if you want to.
That would be great. And do all the rooms have a shower?
Yes, they do have it. A shower with the ladies, part of our service for the clients.
And how would the client sort of pick a girl or pick a service?
We have services for half an hour for 130 euros, 45 minutes is 175, and 1 hour is 220. All of the prices includes one erotic shower, one sexual intercourse, and one drink. All of the ladies are going to come now. They will tell you their names, and you will have to remember the name of the girl that you like. Okay?
Okay.
And the ladies come. I go to the area where the ladies are. I say, ladies, presentation in room number 2. The client speaks English, just in case they want to know.
And then would I tell you how much time I want with them?
Yes, sure. I will ask what lady, how much time, and what do you want to drink. The following thing is the lady comes, he charges you in cash or in card, and she goes to the reception, as I told you before, and she picks her part and starts the service.
The women here say they have autonomy over what services they offer and which clients they are willing to take to bed.
Yo en lo personal prefiero los jóvenes, claro. Que sean contemporáneos con mi edad, pero que sean respetuosos. Y prefiero atender acá que hacer una salida o así.
This is the bigger room that we have, so it can be used as a normal room, but we prefer to keep it empty in case a threesome or an orgy or a bigger service with more clients or more ladies happens.
Is it a case of only some of the ladies do a group sex thing or would most of them do it?
Most of them do it because it's different from threesome to lesbian show. A very regular afternoon, if like 25 services to 30.
Okay.
On a very, very regular night will be 70 services.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yes, that is a lot.
Do people normally book, or do they just sort of turn up?
Actually, it can do both. If the client is really sure what girl does he like, he can write us and book.
Do a lot of clients go back to the same girl, or do they try different ones?
Yes.
The same.
Actually, I always say that some clients are more loyal to the ladies that work here than their wives.
On the other side of the city is luxury brothel Felina, where two women have agreed to speak to me on the condition of anonymity.
Nobody knows, from my friends, from my family, nobody knows that I do this. It's something that I'm not proud of, and I don't want to share, with my close ones. They think that I work as a hairdresser, because I used to work as a hairdresser, and after 2 years, I decided to start doing this 2 years ago. So they think that I still continue on that.
My family know about this job because anything happened to me is only them going to help me, My father, my mom, and my sister, my brother, my daughter, that's it.
Do they want you to stop doing this work, or do they not mind?
No, they don't mind because one of thing on my country, this is not a taboo. This is not a taboo on my country. This is like just regular, have a husband, boyfriend, family, have a double life. Alejandra is Alejandra, and when I come out this door, it's my real life.
At the beginning, I was very scared because just the idea of a man, being with you and you don't know who this person is, it's scary, but I made the decision because, I have things to pay in my country. I have a family to support in my country.
If you don't get client, you don't get paid. You go home empty. This is no easy job. This is a mental job. I know enjoy 100%, but I doing the best. It's making you a strong mind, this type of job, because it's a lot of things you have to do and see and hear, you have to see this is nothing, and tomorrow you can think and see things more hard or more strange. People have a lot of things on the mind, crazy.
Barcelona has always been a popular holiday destination, and beneath the surface, it has a thriving sex trade. Spain has the third highest number of working girls in the world, only beaten by Thailand and Puerto Rico. As well as brothels, prostitutes ply their trade on the streets and in private flats, with more than 300,000 women believed to be selling sex across the country. In 2016, the United Nations estimated that the sex industry in Spain was worth 3.7 billion euros. A large proportion of the trade happens in the street under the watchful eye of violent pimps. I've been invited to a well-known red light district by Berlin. She works for a charity called CERT, which helps women escape prostitution.
Estamos en el casco antiguo de Barcelona, en la zona de El Raval. Vamos a pasar por esta zona al lado de la filmoteca y así vemos el ambiente que hay para tener una mayor seguridad. Hola.
Hola. Hola, guapa. ¿Cómo estás?
Y aquí tenemos, es un punto caliente, podemos llamarlo de esta forma, porque tenemos muchas mujeres que ofrecen servicios sexuales aquí en la calle. Vienen muchos turistas que conocen esta calle para poder realizar este tipo de servicios. Este lugar en donde se ejerce este tipo de violencia a las mujeres. La prostitución en la calle Rubados lleva muchos años ejerciéndose y es muy difícil de erradicar. Es a pie de calle y utilizan los domicilios, los edificios, los departamentos, estos edificios que vemos en la calle, hay algunos que son de alquiler, pero la mayoría son ocupados. Los domicilios en donde están con su familia le dedican una habitación, que es la que está más cerca de la puerta. Los precios van desde los 5 euros hasta los 20 euros. El servicio es un servicio de 10 minutos, 20 minutos. El servicio de 10 minutos, un cuarto de hora, donde hay penetración vaginal, entre 15 y 20 euros. Algo y a por el siguiente. Se visten ya por el siguiente.
Many of the women working in this area have been forced into prostitution. They're victims of criminal human trafficking networks that span the globe. The criminals target women in South America. They offer them a route to Spain and a job in hospitality when they arrive. But the reality is far from the truth, as Cova Alvarez Diaz has seen repeatedly.
Girls that come from a country that they have to travel during months, suffering a lot of vulnerations and a lot of violence. It's like a training process. So when they arrive here, they are so desensitized in a dissociation process sometimes. And in their testimonies, when we work with them, sometimes they don't see the exploitation that suffer here as the worst part of the process.
I'm told the other dominant trafficking route is from Africa, mainly Nigeria and Senegal, where criminal gangs are more ruthless and willing to risk the lives of the women while bringing them to Europe. Young girls are taken from their homes by organised crime groups who use violence and threats of black magic to force compliance. They're then taken to port cities where their documents are forged and pimps break them in with violence and gang rapes. Once fully compliant, they're loaded into dinghies to travel across the open ocean to the Canary Islands, their first stop on their transit. From there, the girls are moved across to Spain, where they'll be put to work or sent to other countries to sell sex, like Germany and Holland.
Many of them die during the process or suffer different accidents before arriving in Spain, in the south of Spain. If you arrive here and you cannot send money to your family and send good news to your family, it's also seen as a big failure.
In the last year alone, 700 minors went missing due to this trafficking operation. It is thought most ended up in violent and unsafe situations. Once in Spain, the stakes don't get any lower for these women, as prostituting themselves on the street is incredibly dangerous. Families living in the Raval area of Barcelona struggle most with witnessing the abuse these women face daily. Forced beatings, denial of healthcare, and murder by pimps or clients is a well-known risk.
Our main objective is just to contribute to recover the trust, and that takes time.
There are women in Spain doing sex work by choice, working out of their own homes with only themselves to answer to. These sex workers tend to be slightly older and charge clients more for an escort-style service.
Pamela is my name in my job and in my real life. My service is a girlfriend experience and that experience. My clients is normal people. Your brother, your friend, teachers of the school is normal people.
This is the only job that allows me to have quality of free time for myself and for my family. I've always found it an entertaining job, we could say, because I get to know lots of different people from many different places in the world.
My boyfriend, he knows.
And he's okay with it?
So.
Leah and Pamela are part of Stop Abolition, which is a group aiming to change the narrative around sex work and prevent the government from criminalising it.
The government is trying to put everyone in the same bag of criminal organizations that force girls to do this. And when one of us speaks, and we say, no, listen, I'm doing this because I want, then they will say that we are the exception.
Nadie tiene derecho a fiscalizar mi cuerpo, solo yo tengo derecho sobre mi cuerpo. Y mi trabajo es con mi cuerpo. Es un servicio que yo doy bajo mi voluntad. Son acuerdos entre adultos. Si lo criminalizas, si lo pones ilegal, tú me estás diciendo que yo no tengo derechos sobre mi cuerpo.
I've just had a message from CERT, a charity that works with women who've been doing prostitution, find other employment. They've had a message from 2 women they've helped who were forced into prostitution because they were undocumented and they had no other work choices. They've said they can speak to us now on camera and tell the reality of what they're going through.
Pregunta que si alguna vez habéis sido como golpeadas o maltratadas por los clientes.
Yes, I have. Me too. It led me into a total depression. Many times the thought of taking my own life crossed my mind. In my case, I didn't report it out of fear of not having documentation, fear of having to talk to doctors and the police about working in prostitution, about why they did that to you and the judgment you receive. They might tell you, well, you asked for it. So I didn't do it. I only went to the doctor saying that I'd had an accident, that I'd been robbed. They came to me with a secure job offer, where I would have a fixed salary, where I was going to work as a kitchen assistant. When I arrived, it was something else entirely.
I've had the need because I have to eat, I have to pay rent, many things, and that is why I've had to perform sex work, because I have no other opportunities, because I've approached places with my resume, I've presented myself, and they've told me, no, without documents you cannot work. So because I still have to eat, I've had to perform sex work.
Having responsibility and having young kids back in my country is what led me to this decision to do this job. People often judge and say, oh, she took the easy way out. This isn't easy money. It may come fast, but it cost many tears and total self-dissatisfaction. It was constant anguish, not knowing if you'd be okay or not. Today I feel calm, peace. I feel good with myself, mentally calm working with what happened to me in the past and all these bad experiences. Because of everything I've been through, the things that have happened to me, and knowing that in a single second your life could end, just because of some crazy person who hits you or attacks you for no motive or reason. There are things that I have done that have made me think, this is not the life I want, nor is it what I would ever want for my daughter.
It's now the evening in Barcelona, and while the working girls are getting ready to pick up their first clients, other women are taking to the streets to protest against prostitution being allowed.
What we will do today is a homage to remember the names and the stories of the women who were killed over the last year. There will be a performance by some of our comrades who are dressed in white. They will read their names and they will highlight at least 5 stories that are really sad, terrible stories, even stories from women who had reported the risk of being killed and were not protected by the institutions.
While these women are protesting, I'm keen to see the reality of the women who have no choice but to sell sex.
We've been invited back to the Raval area. We were there during the day with Belin, down Calais de Robas. At night the street becomes much busier, it's more dangerous. We're not sure that filming down there is going to be a good idea at this point. We're meeting with Ivan, who is the president of the local residents association, who's going to tell us more about their concerns for the women who are being exploited there, and he should be able to give us an idea of if we can film there safely or if there's another way that we can do it.
Te van a decir que no grabes, te van a empezar a decir no grabes, no grabes. Si ven esta cámara, no los dejarán grabar.
¿Van a hacer un daño?
Sí. Es decir, lo que llevan, tú ten en cuenta que aquí toda esta historia es tan fácil de conseguir cualquier cosa. Lo que pasa es que la única posibilidad de poder grabarlo es que en ese momento estuviese la policía. Y entonces, claro, ellos intervendrían. Entonces yo te meto por otro sitio y entonces por el ascensor subimos arriba del todo y desde arriba se puede grabar.
For our own safety, Ivan has snuck us into an underground car park from which we can access a good view of the street.
Mejor que no haya luz. Está todo plano.
streets over there just behind where we are. We've come up into another tower block after coming through a car park so we can take a look. We were clocked with the camera a couple of metres away from the road earlier, so there was no way we could get down and film. It's definitely a lot busier, there's a lot more women around and there's a lot more punters. It's clearly not a very nice place to be and it's very obviously not safe. It's actually quite horrible to see these women out in the cold, wearing very little, touting for business that won't even lie in their pockets.
I can't imagine what they're put through by their clients. I don't have to imagine because we've heard.